Why is a married woman attracted to a strange man? Attraction is one of the most complex and often misunderstood aspects of human psychology. It does not always follow rules, labels, or social expectations. Even within a committed relationship like marriage, emotions do not simply stop evolving. A married woman, like any human being, continues to experience thoughts, feelings, and responses to the world around her. So when the question arises, why might a married woman feel attracted to someone outside her relationship? It is important to approach it not with judgment, but with understanding. Because attraction, in many cases, is less about betrayal and more about unmet emotional spaces, personal identity, and the natural workings of the human mind. Marriage, at its core, is built on companionship, trust, and shared responsibility. But over time, as routines settle in and life becomes structured around duties, something subtle can begin to fade. The excitement, the curiosity, and the sense of discovery that once defined the relationship may gradually give way to predictability. This does not mean the relationship has failed, it simply means it has matured into a different phase. However, for some individuals, this shift can create an emotional gap, a quiet longing for novelty, attention, or emotional stimulation that is no longer present in the same way. When a woman encounters someone new, someone unfamiliar, that person often represents something different from her daily reality. A stranger carries no history, no expectations, and no routine. Conversations feel fresh, interactions feel light, and there is a sense of being seen in a new way. This feeling, even if brief, can create a spark of attraction. It is not always about the person themselves, but about how they make her feel in that moment, noticed, appreciated, or understood. Emotional connection plays a significant role in this process. If a woman feels that her thoughts, feelings, or efforts are not fully acknowledged in her marriage, she may become more sensitive to attention from others. When someone listens carefully, shows genuine interest, or expresses admiration, it can fill a space that has been quietly empty. This does not necessarily mean that she no longer values her marriage. It often means that certain emotional needs are not being met consistently, and the mind naturally responds to where those needs are temporarily fulfilled. Another important factor is personal identity. Many women, after marriage, find themselves deeply involved in roles: wife, daughter-in-law, mother, caretaker. While these roles are meaningful, they can sometimes overshadow the individual identity they once had. Over time, a woman may begin to feel that she is no longer seen as an individual with her own desires, dreams, and personality. When someone outside her usual circle interacts with her in a way that recognizes her individuality, it can be refreshing. That recognition can sometimes translate into attraction, not because she seeks to replace her relationship, but because she is reconnecting with a part of herself that feels forgotten. Curiosity also plays a subtle role. Human beings are naturally drawn to the unknown. A stranger represents possibility, imagination, and what could be. There is no burden of past conflicts or expectations. This creates a space where the mind can wander freely. It is not necessarily a desire to act on those feelings, but rather an emotional response to novelty and difference. It is also important to acknowledge that attraction does not always lead to action. Feeling drawn to someone does not automatically mean that a person will cross boundaries. Many people experience fleeting moments of attraction and choose to remain committed to their relationships. The presence of attraction is human. The response to it is a matter of values, awareness, and choice. Communication within a marriage plays a crucial role in preventing such emotional distances. When partners openly express their feelings, appreciate each other, and make an effort to keep the connection alive, the chances of emotional gaps reduce significantly. A relationship that continues to evolve, where both individuals feel seen and valued, naturally becomes stronger against external distractions. It is also worth understanding that attraction is not always about something lacking in the partner. Sometimes it's about internal changes within the individual. As people grow, their preferences, thoughts, and emotional needs can shift. If these changes are not acknowledged or shared within the relationship, they can create a silent disconnect. Recognizing and addressing these shifts can help maintain balance and understanding. Respect, trust, and emotional awareness are essential in navigating such situations. Instead of reacting with blame or suspicion, it is more constructive to look deeper into what the feeling represents. Often, it's a signal, an indication that something within the relationship or within oneself needs attention. In the end, attraction outside of marriage is not always a sign of disloyalty. It's often a reflection of human complexity. Emotions are not always black and white. They exist in shades of experience, memory, and desire. What truly defines a relationship is not the absence of such feelings, but how they are understood and handled. A strong relationship is not one where attraction to others never occurs, but one where both individuals are aware, communicative, and committed to nurturing what they share. Because real connection is not built on perfection, but on continuous effort, understanding, and the willingness to grow together. And perhaps the deeper truth is this: sometimes what appears as attraction to someone else is actually a reminder of something within ourselves that is waiting to be seen again.